Hi guys, how's it going? Hope you're all doing very well. Today's video is going to be a tutorial slash just kind of chatty type of makeup application video of this super natural kind of like but glam peachy look. Honestly, I'm calling it glam because I applied false lashes and I never do that. But yeah, so this is a look that I've been wearing a ton recently. I love that it has this kind of like monochromatic peachy look. You guys know me and peach, it's just, we're like this. So yes, today's video, I'm just gonna be walking you through this kind of go-to makeup look that I've been doing a lot lately. Obviously, you don't need to apply false lashes for this to look great, but I just wanted to today, just to get a little bit crazy. So I think we should just jump on into it. All right, I'm going to start off with my NYX Honey Do Me Up Primer. I've talked about this guy for years. I always like to use this when I feel like my skin has been breaking out a little bit. It has that honey in there, which I feel like helps my skin condition. So I'm just gonna pat that in a little bit. It does have a little bit of a tacky texture too, so I do find it really does help to kind of get the foundation to stick onto the skin as well. And yeah, I love that primer. I don't hear a lot of people talk about it, but it's one of my favorites. And then for foundation, I'm going to be taking the Lancome Renergie Lift Makeup. I talked about this on Instagram the other day. I am just going to pat that into my skin a little bit. I have the shade 210 Buff, and I love this foundation. It says that it provides 12-hour lifting, it's anti-wrinkle, it has an SPF of 20 in it, and it also is radiant, and I just think it makes my skin look so natural and fresh and dewy and glowy, but it gives me enough coverage. So yeah, I find just Lancome face products, like Lancome foundations, are just some of my absolute favorites, and I just had never thought about trying this one out. I'm not sure why, but I'm so glad I did. And it's just the most beautiful lightweight coverage. And then I'm going to take my Urban Decay Naked Skin concealer for underneath my eyes. This is in the shade Fair Warm. And then I'm going to set that in place with this loose setting powder from Maybelline. This is in the shade 10 Fair Light. Gotta shake it up here, I'm running out. And I am just going to place that underneath my eyes. And then I'm also going to take a little bit, like a light dusting of this on the rest of my face. And I love the combination of this foundation with this powder because it doesn't completely cover up like the freshness of the foundation. I find it just kind of helps to set it in place a little bit without taking away that super nice kind of glowy quality. So yeah, guys, that foundation, has anyone else tried it? I'm really liking it. I'm actually going to contour a little bit today just because we're doing more of kind of like a full-on makeup look. You guys know that I rarely contour, but I am taking this little contouring palette from Lancome, and I'm just going to take that more cool tone shade on the left here and put that on my cheekbones, concentrating on the lower part. But again, even when I contour, I'm not doing any sort of chiseling or anything like that. I just want a little bit more definition, but still in a more natural way. So how was your guys' holidays? Seriously, I can't believe 2019 is here. It is, what day is it? It's January 3rd today, so it is Thursday. I've just got back into the swing of things at work. We had such a busy kind of holiday season, but in a really good way. It was all really enjoyable and got to see a lot of friends and family, and yeah, just pretty crazy. I felt like I kind of needed a vacation from the holidays though, if I'm just being honest. But all is good, lots to do in the next few months. I can't believe our wedding is in less than 6 months. I had my first kind of moment of panic the other day of being like, oh my gosh, there's so much to do. I'm just gonna take my Urban Decay Sunkissed Beach Bronzer and just kind of do a light dusting. But yeah, it's all gonna get done. I know that, but it is like, man, oh man, stressful. I now kind of understand why brides get a little bit stressed, because it's a lot. There's a lot of pressure, but I'm trying to relax and I do have plenty of time. So anyways, that's kind of next on my to-do list, next on my agenda. And then for my eyebrows, I'm going to fill these in just quickly here, taking the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This is in the shade Brunette. Okay, eyebrows are done. They look crazy before you have on the rest of your makeup. I'm actually going to take, I need a little brush like this. I'm going to take a little bit of cream blush. This is from Lancome. This is called the Cushion Blush Subtil in 032 Splash Coral. I have talked about this blush before, and whenever I get away from using cream blushes, whenever I go back, I'm like, why did I stop? I find a light dusting of a blush like this just makes your blush last so much longer. I don't know about you guys, but I find that my blush is kind of the first thing to disappear on me throughout the day. So using a cream product just puts down a really nice kind of light layer. And just the formula of this one is so lightweight and easy, and it almost dries to like a powder that I don't find it like clumps up if I've already put on like my powders and all that kind of stuff. So absolutely love this product. I actually got a couple more shades of it just because I love it so much. You can't even really see it, but I promise you it makes a difference. Okay, I turned down the lighting ever so slightly. Maybe that will help a little bit. And then I'm going to layer on with my L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted Scented Blush in the shade, what shade is this? 192 Just Curious, just like a beautiful peachy shade. I'm doing just kind of like a very simple peachy eyeshadow look, and I feel like having some peachiness on the cheeks will be nice as well, but mixing kind of the coral cream blush with the powder blush I think will be really pretty. And yes, isn't blush so good? And then I'm going to take some of my Maybelline Face Studio Chrome Extreme Intense Metallic Highlighter and just do a nice little dusting on my cheeks here. That L'Oreal blush I find to be very, very matte, so need to bring a little bit of luminosity back in. And then for my eyes, I'm going to be taking the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette, and I'm actually using pretty much only one shade from this palette. That's the shade Juicy, right, where is it? Yeah, right there. It is just this very kind of simple peachy toned eyeshadow, and you guys know my obsession with peachy tones, and so you don't necessarily need this palette, but just use a nice peachy blush. And I'm going to start off by dusting that into my crease, but I'm also taking it above my crease and onto my lid as well. You could absolutely also just put a blush in your crease instead of this specific eyeshadow. There's obviously, of course, so many blushes out there that are this shade. And then I'm just gonna switch brushes to more of a flat type of brush, and using the exact same eyeshadow, I am just going to pack that onto my lid. I just am creating kind of an overall wash of color. And switching over to a brush like this, of course, just is going to make it more opaque on your eyelid. Now, you could definitely take that same peachy shade and put it underneath your eye as well, but I have just found that sometimes, because this has that like pink undertone to it, that it can actually make my eyes appear a little bit bloodshot. So instead, I am actually just gonna go back to my bronzer. I'm going to use the Urban Decay one, and I'm just using that same brush right there, and I'm dusting that along my lower lash line. I didn't clean the brush or anything, so there's a little bit of that like peachiness left. I always like to take eyeshadow underneath my eye, even just a little bit, just to define the eye ever so slightly. I just think it really kind of completes things. Now, I am going to take, for eyeliner, my L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Eye Pencil in brown. You guys know how obsessed I am with this guy. These are just some of the absolute best eyeliners on the market. They don't budge anywhere. So I think I did this in one of my last videos, but I'm actually just going to take some eyeliner and smudge it along my lash line, and then I'm going to be using a little angled brush, and I'm just going to ever so slightly wing it out to create that kind of like smudgy, smoky winged liner type of dealio. So it's super easy. So I'm just like, guys, not loving how this eyeliner is looking, honestly. It's just not really, like, maybe I need to get a new one. It's just not like smudging out quite that nicely. But what I'm going to do is go into the Cherry palette and take this beautiful deep brown shade over here called Privacy. And I'm just going to go on top. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to go on top of that liner just to make it look nice and smooth and make sure it's all pressed into the lash line. Okay, so there's the eyeliner on, so super easy. I ended up just taking on that wing area and basically just taking that eyeshadow and flicking it upward. So it just gives that like illusion like that without having any sort of like harshness and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so basically the next thing I'm going to do, this step is optional. This is from Maybelline. It is the Lasting Drama Light Liner. What is this? Shiny Bronze. I don't know if this is still available, but it's just the most beautiful kind of like pale coppery gold type of eyeliner. And what I've been doing, I was doing this all over the Christmas break. It's so pretty. Just taking a little bit right on that inner corner. I'm actually going to use the viewfinder here so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just putting it right there. And right there, and I just think it adds the prettiest kind of little pop to the eyes. And so it's just like a tiny little bit of shimmer. And then I also have been using that same highlighter on my inner corner and taking that just directly on the inner corner, keeping it pretty tight in there. But yeah, that bronzy pencil I feel like is, you don't need it. You could just take your highlighter in this area as well. But that like bronziness I think just pulls the whole kind of peachy look together. So I am going to apply a little bit of mascara. I'm going to apply some eyelashes, which I never do, as you guys know, and I will be right back. Okay guys, the lashes are on. I just used from Kiss. They're called Poise. They're just like kind of simple, but still really effective. They just kind of flare out at the ends. I also tried opening this window here. I realized the lighting, guys, I watch videos on lighting. I'm like, okay, got it, settings. It doesn't work. I just don't know. I give up. So basically, the eyes are done, and I just love this overall peachy wash. It's very simple, but with the brown eyeliner and the brown eyeshadow, it just creates, I don't know, it's just like a very flattering type of look. And then for my lips, I'm going to be taking, I'm sorry you guys, I can't stop using this lipstick from Lancome. It is the Ardent Sand one, the Absolute Drama. And it's just the most perfect peachy nude. It's matte, it's not drying, it doesn't like completely dry down. But because my lips are dry, what else is new? I'm also just gonna take some NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee. Yay! Should we do like even closer up here? Okay, so that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing this kind of monochromatic peachy look. I've been wearing this a ton, especially over the holidays, even though it is like zero holiday inspired. I just find that it is very easy to do, a no-brainer. It's basically that one eyeshadow. It goes with any outfit you're wearing, and especially if you have my coloring, darker hair and fair skin, I find that peaches are flattering on everybody, but for me, it's a nice way to get that kind of like warm look without it looking like too orange and like washing me out kind of thing. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this look. Is the Naked Cherry palette something you guys picked up? Do you want to see more looks with it? Do you not? Let me know. And yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this quick little look, and I really appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned, there's going to be lots of videos coming. I promise this is a priority for me, so I hope you guys are doing very well, and I will see you guys in my next one. Thanks, bye.